The city of Frederick does a lot for its residents, and I love this program. I'm speaking with Jenny Willoughby today. You are the City of Frederick Sustainability Manager. Welcome to Good Morning, Frederick.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Great to have you. You guys have been doing this program for how long?
We're in our sixth year this year. Yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
this year is the first year I've actually taken advantage of it. So maybe a little bit of background on what this program is called, why the city of Frederick is really interested in this program, and then we'll talk about how people can take advantage of it.
Sure. It's called Tree Frederick, and the program has it's kind of grown grown since it started. We started out just wanting to see how many people were interested in getting trees, and it's a 50-50 cost share. So we pick up half the cost and the homeowner picks up the rest. They're all containerized trees, so it makes it really easy for homeowners to pick them up and plant them. So you don't have to dig a huge hole. They're easy to transport. They're easy to carry. This year's plants are all 3-gallon pots, so easy to maneuver into your vehicle. We do have a limit of 3 trees and we also have a new way of signing up here.
Lauren, thank you for joining us too as the outreach coordinator. Okay, Lauren, walk us
Yeah,
through these trees and what's great about each one of them.
sure. So this is just a sample of some of the trees that we're offering this year. But these are our best sellers every year. We have our Eastern Redbud to start, which is just a spring favorite because it usually flowers first in the spring, and it's kind of like our signal of, hey, spring's here. Hummingbirds are very attracted to them. They have these beautiful heart-shaped leaves that turn yellow in the fall. And they're just overall a really beautiful flowering tree. Then, of course, we have the dogwood. This one's a little
Ah,
bit different.
one of my
Um,
favorite trees though. Yeah.
they're lovely, but they need shade. So if you have
Mm,
a shady spot in your backyard, this might be the tree for you. And they're known to attract and support different woodpeckers and butterflies as well. Um, these are actually the white petals are not actual flower petals. They're called bracts. So that's one
oh,
little fun fact about them. And then we have service berries. If you love birds, plant a service berry. They will go absolutely crazy for these when the berries come out in the summer. And they don't grow too tall. They end up being anywhere between 15 and 20 feet in maturity. Actually, that's the case for most of the trees here, with the exception of the eastern red cedar and the American holly off to the side. Those two are beautiful and evergreen, but they do grow a little bit taller. It just takes them a while to get there. They grow a little more slowly.
yeah.
But if you're looking for something to add to your yard that adds some interest and color in the winter, these two are excellent choices, especially the Eastern red cedar. These blue berry like cones come out in the winter, and they're real neat.
I love that. I love that. And my dad's got two huge holly trees. I can't even call them a bush anymore, and they probably are close to 40 feet. But it's great. He trims them at the bottom, so you almost have a nice shade. It's really great. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Jenny was saying, if you're fortunate enough to have a large backyard, we highly recommend planting oak trees.
Mm,
Oaks have been shown in studies to support over 500 species of moths and butterflies. Um,
wow.
Yeah, and then you have to think about all the things that go on to then eat and consume those moths and butterflies. So
Right.
that's having a cascading effect, helping our bird species, helping other types of wildlife. And it just is overall a very mighty tree for our ecosystem. So if you have space for it, plant
So,
it.
how much space do you need for a tree of this size, or do you recommend for people?
I can jump
Jenny.
in. Yeah. So oaks do need quite a bit of space. I would say plant it 20 to 25 feet away from your house if you can. One of my favorite oaks is the swamp white oak, and it's really because it has these pretty big acorns. The shape of it is really nice. It has sort of a pyramidal shape, and the leaves are very thick and have sort of a fuzzy back on them. So it's got like a really nice thick shade. So if you're looking for a really good shade tree, it's a nice option. But yeah, these are going to get pretty big. You need about 30 to 40 feet for the canopy to spread out. So if you
Yeah.
have one of those larger yards, maybe an oak and then some understory things late planted later on. But if you have a smaller yard or you have utility conflicts, those smaller species that Lauren was talking about, those are
Yeah.
perfect too.
Yeah. Excellent.
And then I don't know if
Oh,
this interests you,
yay. Good.
but this is kind of a walkthrough what the platform actually looks like. So it's pretty easy to use our new platform to buy a tree. You start by typing in your address, and then it'll give you the option to outline your home. This is just so that it doesn't suggest that you plant a tree right up to the side of your house, since you always want to leave a little bit of buffer space. Once you've outlined your home, then you pick your tree, and it actually allows you to place it in a spot, and it'll show you what the estimated energy savings will be once that tree reaches maturity. And so when we're thinking about how to save money, which everyone's trying to do
Of
nowadays,
course.
um, this tool will actually give you an idea of what those cost savings will be in the long run. After you've picked and placed your trees, you simply pay and come and pick them up at Harry Grove Stadium on March 29th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Jenny and I will both be there wearing some really fun aprons, ready to give you your tree to plant this spring.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was so easy to use, to be honest. And I kept going back and forth trying to figure out like which trees, what do we want, what colors. But the information was so great on the website. And so,
One of the main reasons that we're doing this program is because Frederick has a tree canopy of about 20%. So
mm,
our tree canopy cover for the city is 20%. And our goal is to be at 40% by 2030. Our tree canopy assessment always shows that the majority of our canopy is in residential areas, but it's also where we have the most potential for growth. So
sure.
that's why we really want homeowners to plant trees wherever they can, even if it's a smaller tree. We would love to see an oak, but if you don't have space for that, we completely understand. Or if you have utility conflicts, things like that, no worries at all. Even a small tree can count towards that.
So this program is for city residents. So I think it's great value. It's going to help the environment. It's going to help cut energy costs, and they're beautiful. So if you can, there I know a lot of us live in communities that are HOA. So if you need approval, you're going to have to get that. But really, just a great opportunity to add some dimension to your property. So now, do you guys sell out? Is there a, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
last year we sold out on the last day, but if we sell out before then, we'll have to cut it off. Our last sales day, I believe, is March 15th. There
Yeah.
is a program through the state of Maryland called Marylanders Plant Trees. So if you are interested in other trees that we don't offer, there's a $25 coupon for a $50 tree. It's got to be $50 or more. And you can go to one of the 3 participating nurseries in the county. And you can go onto the Marylanders Plant Trees website and you can get the coupon. You can figure out which nurseries are there. And they'll also give you a tree species list of the native trees that you could potentially plant.
So
So,
there you go. So not only could you get the 3 from this city program if you get them before they sell out, but then you could add a 4th at a discount as well, almost 50% off, which is excellent. Thank you, ladies, very much.
thank you for having us. And we're here as a resource as well. So you can reach out to either one of us. We can answer questions about how to use the tool. If you have questions about what specific tree and you just aren't sure which to decide, please feel free to reach out to us. We can answer those questions.
Awesome. Well, we thank you guys very much. And you guys have a wonderful day. And thanks so much for making the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. That's great.